And let's use a common example. What we often get is, oh, can you tell me if I'm going to leave my husband? And it's just like, okay, here we go again.
You wouldn't believe it.
You wouldn't believe it. But again, we go into it and we say, well, look, our job is not to do that. That's your decision. But this is how you're feeling. This is how you're thinking. And this is what you want to hear, isn't it? Oh, yes. But then it's like, well, this is the reality. It's your choice.
And it's allowing, when we're doing that reading, and a lot of it will be on the psychic, the spirit world might come in and say, actually, we agree with that, but that's just for you as the medium to get that assurance from the spirit world that what you're picking up is correct, or else they'd probably come in and go like this and say, no, that's not. Oh, sorry.
She's getting her own.
That's not what we want you to say. So we've got to be aware as we work through that of, if we're doing a reading, we say, I know you're here for me to tell you whether you should leave your job. But in actual fact, you feel like you're killing yourself with the work that you're doing. You're wondering whether to jump ship into this job. But when you did that last time, what happened? Oh, yeah, I wish I'd waited. So knowing that, what are you feeling you need to be doing now? So people just often need to be reminded of what they've learned in their journey, and it's empowering. It allows people that strength to make their own decisions, because the thing that we're most scared of doing is actually being accountable for our decisions. So it's really easy to go to a bad psychic and get them to tell us what to do and then go back and complain. Because the one thing we want to do is not be responsible for our actions. But in actual fact, that's what life is about. If we don't speak to our best friend and then our best friend stops being our friend and we wonder what the heck we've done to deserve that, well, in actual fact, we're getting the consequences of our actions. So we have to be accountable and responsible as adults, as everybody on the screen is, for our thoughts, our deeds, our actions, and then not make complaints. Because you know what? God gets a bad deal. He gets blamed for lots, and it's not really his or her fault if we make a decision and then we don't like the outcome 10 years later. We have to be that responsible way, and a good psychic will be able to remind the person of who they are and what they bring to the world and what they want. So if somebody is unhappy in a relationship, we would say, you already have a gut feeling about what you want to be doing here. And they'll know that to be true. It's like, well, what's stopping you? Well, what if I get it wrong? Well, what if you're already getting it wrong?
It's a really good question, and part of that as well, and this is the juicy bit, the exciting bit of it, is that spirit world can come in and drop something in your mind, impress you, but they know that your soul's going to expand upon it. And this is where I can't do it because Kerry's still got a bad back, but the spirit world go, yes, that's correct. Yes, that's correct. Because as they've dropped it into your consciousness, your soul has followed the feeling of it and letting it expand and open. So again, you're going with your soul's impression of it. Or the other way, and this is the good bit, is where you're working psychically from the soul, and the spirit will go, yes, I agree. Yes, I can't do it as I want to. So again, there's this nudging by the spirit world saying, yes, we agree. So you can work psychically, but also with the spirit world influencing you. You can work with the spirit world and your soul will influence it, and the spirit world will go, yes, that's correct. Yes, that's correct. Or they'll go, no, we don't agree. That's the impact. Just as something's about to leave the mouth, you get the feeling from the soul that's not correct, and we withdraw and pull it back. Why have we got that wrong? Now we understand. So the soul plays a huge part in that communication, and that's where it crosses over that little bit.
We don't know who it is. We just know we'll be speaking about something, and I'll say to Phil, oh, the spirit world are here, and he'll say, well, what was your last thought? And I'm thinking, I've no clue. But they've come in on that thought in order to say yes. And then later on, I was like, oh, that's what I was thinking. And it's their way of saying, we hear you. Or if we say, oh, I don't think that would be a good idea, and then the spirit will come in, it's their way of interacting with us. They don't do it that often, but through COVID, around about November, December time last year, we were busy having a conversation. I wonder if we should do online. I wonder if it would pick up. And the spirit world came into both of us, and we thought, oh, we need to pay attention to this. And then we both went to sit in the power and came out at different times and said, I need to chat with you about something. And he said the same. We really need to get this online stuff going. So over Christmas and New Year last year, 2019, we devised a handful, 5 online courses. COVID came in March. We didn't know what this was about, but we follow the spirit world. And if you are following the spirit world, then they will look after you, not make sure you're rich and happy, but they will look after you when you are saying you're in service to them or the work you're doing. If you're saying to them, I would really like this, they will help you along the way, not help you in terms of it's not hard work. Because I tell you, we have worked many, many hours in order to do what we feel the spirit world wants us to do, but it's with their backing, because every time we say it, they come in. So they do give you that reassurance, but they will not make the decision for you.